back, and sorry for those technical difficulties. You missed one of the Annihilators thanking the crowd here because they have been here 4 years now, and this has been the best Thunderdome they've seen. They said it has the most carnage, the most horrific, and they loved every second of it. Piece number 2 was the loser this round, and we have it being torn to shreds. So, slow tear, throws it away. Piece number 2 is the small blue ceramic mug, while piece number 1 is the tall teal one. Let's see which one our voters decide they like better. We have two of our masked Annihilators showing off the mugs instead, just so the other ones. I have to stay unbiased, but the Annihilator is asking me which one I like the best. Of course, as your commentator, I'm going to stay unbiased. They're still showing off the mugs. They cheers, and they both take a drink. Gotta love how much fun the Annihilators have with each other. They're showing off the loser shirt, about to hand it out.
I don't know what to tell you, they lied to me too. They lied to me too.
Our Annihilators still having fun with the crowd here, but the votes haven't tallied. Number 1 is the first winner. Number 1 is the second winner. Number 1 is the third winner, which means that number 2 is getting destroyed. The small blue mug with Annihilator's hammers ready. Little teacup gets set in the middle. Smash. Oh, smash. And you can hear the clinking of ceramic as our 3 hammer-wielding Annihilators smash the piece to bits. He did, calls the Annihilator as they move on to the next piece. We are now on to our next 2 pieces. Number 2 is the bracelet we have seen 2 rounds before this. It has 1. Obviously, both of these pieces have 1, their rounds. All right. And 1 is the Please Me painting.
Hey, you, sir, what do you think about number 1?
So there's Please Me, and then there is the bracelet. There are crowd members calling for what they want. So it's time to see what the voters do. Number 2 is the first vote. Number 1 is the second vote. I think this might be the first time that number 2 has not swept a round that it has been in.
Number 1!
And number 2 loses this round, which means it gets destroyed. It's a lot of beads, which means there might be a lot of shrapnel flying off of this piece. Our Annihilator slowly takes it off. They hold it up. They're admiring it. It was a beautifully crafted piece that they are now going to spray paint red. The Annihilator seems to have a personal connection to this piece. They have been the ones showing it off, so they would like to be there when it gets destroyed. Spinning it on their wrist slowly before cutting into it with the scissors. And all of the beads go flying off. Annihilator's showing all of those beads flying. There's the base. Annihilator sadly wears it to the crown before smashing it and tearing it in half. Beads go flying. An audience member picks up one that flew far enough as it is thrown. And all of the beads are now painting the ground a rainbow of colors. Piece number 1 is our largest piece, or piece number 2 is the large piece. That is my bad. Apologies for that. Well, piece number 1 piece number 1 is the tall teal ceramic mug once again.
Here we've got number 2.
Our Ray material kid, he could barely see over the painting, it is so tall.
This is number 2. It belongs to
Our crowd starting a Save 2 chant as the Annihilator carrying the number 1 painting looks befuddled at our crowd here. He wants number 1 to win, but I feel like that is biased because he's the one carrying it around. We have a lull in the action as they are showing off the paintings. Number 1 has swept in the rounds it has been in, so can we expect that to happen again as our wizarding MC goes over to pick up the votes from our anonymous voters? Showing off a loser shirt who will be given to the loser of this round, of course. Number 1 is the first vote, which means number 2 has not swept. Number 2 does win the second vote, though, and the crowd is behind it. Number 2 does, in fact, win with the ceramic mug being smashed. He sets it down. Let's see what our Annihilators decide to do with this one. Trying to play to the crowd, asking the crowd to cheer. Smashing the ceramic mug, shrapnel flying, ceramic staining the canvas that this tarp is based on. Our next 2 paintings are a piece with the bicep and roses against our piece that I cannot see yet. Just give us a second. We have our Annihilators dancing, happy with what's going on here. We are dwindling in the rounds. It is the Please Me painting versus the roses with the bicep in it.
It looks like it was taken from a potato. Somebody's got a potato and took a picture of their horse. Because this is where this belongs to somebody's got a potato.
Ooh, number 1, I think, does not like the piece that they are holding. They are not talking good about it. They are saying that they think the painting is not good. And
I think it belongs to a lame loser.
the votes about to be collected. They are still smashing the beads, shattering the rainbow everywhere, wrapping it around themselves like a boa. The votes have been collected, and it's now time to see who wins. Number 2 is the first vote. Number 1 is the second vote. Seems like the audience is also behind number 1 winning. Number 1 wins with number 2 being destroyed. Waving it around as a flag. As our Annihilator poses with it, showing it off for our second Annihilator to come in and spray paint the piece. Luckily, the wind is blowing in the opposite direction, so nobody's having to inhale spray paint. Once again, the focus here is safety first, with Annihilation being close second. Ooh, they're planning on trying to saw this one in half. Ooh, I don't think it's working because there's not a good handle. There we go. Now that we have 2, it is tearing like a knife through butter. But our picture gets thrown around. Number 1 being paraded against number 2. Our crowd actually does see number 2 want to lose this round, which is odd because number 1 has won its previous rounds, sweeping a couple of them. So it seems like while the crowd wants to see number 2 get destroyed, our voters might think a little differently. Number 1 is the second vote. And number 1 is the third vote, meaning that number 2 has swept the round, and the largest painting of the day goes on again. It is now time for number 2 to be destroyed. Our custom-made mallet looks like it's going to be used for this one. However, we cannot be sure. We are down to the final round of the Thunderdome here, folks, with our final 2 paintings being the largest painting of the night with a lot of abstract pieces. Number 2 is the Please Me portrait, while number 1 is the abstract piece with a lot going on, but looks to be fun. Now remember, this piece has swept in previous rounds, so can we expect to see that again? There is a small part of our crowd that wants to see 2 win this round. Cannot be sure of which one is going to, though. Still showing off. We are going over to our vote getters, and we are about to have them vote on the final round of the 2022 Thunderdome. Of course, we still have something after this, the double or nothing round. It has been a minute since I've explained that, so I will do it again. The Thunderdome double or nothing round gives the winner the option to choose 4 envelopes. If they get the 3 that say double, 1. We will explain it after this round. Number 1 wins the first. Number 2, it is a split decision in the final round. Let's see which one wins. It is number 2, with number 1 being destroyed. They pose number 2. So let's see what they decide to do to destroy this one. They're taking the hammer, strike through the canvas. That was a miss. Strike through the canvas, tearing into it. Our Annihilator seems to not be able to get a handle of it, but they're getting it now. But, oh, Annihilator tearing through the canvas with her body, tearing it in half, striking it with the final piece. And the overall winner of the Thunderdome is coming to collect their piece. Now, the thing here is they are now given a choice. They can walk away with the $200 prize and both art pieces, or they can choose the double or nothing round. Double or nothing round is them given the choice of 4 envelopes. If they get one of the 3 envelopes that say double, they walk away with $400 and both pieces. However, if they get the destroy piece, they walk away with no money and watch as their beloved art gets destroyed.
Thunderdome I have for you in my front pocket. Let me get my caftan. Hang on just a second. First, you get the Chance Dunlap sculptural head that survived the faculty round. Congratulations. You have your piece still intact and not destroyed. And I want to give you $200 cash. But Jack, I also have 4 envelopes here. Inside 3 of these envelopes is the word double. Inside one of these envelopes, it says destroy. You have the chance to double or nothing your money. Pick one of these envelopes. If you pick a double envelope, you get $400 cash.
Our MC is explaining the rules to our person.
Destroy your own piece in front of everybody.
That is a detail I forgot to mention. They have to double or nothing round, folks. 3 envelopes say double, 1 says destroy. If he gets the destroy, he has to destroy his own piece in front of all of us.
To make it a little bit sweeter, I also have another $100. So if you pick a double envelope, you're going to walk away with $500 cash and your piece. Which envelope would you like?
Ooh.
All right.
Crowd chant of double starting. Here it comes, folks. We are about to see what they get. They doubled their money and walk away with all 2 pieces. That is the best ending for this member. I am very happy for our overall winner. Thank you all so much for joining us. They look so proud of their piece and so proud of walking away with $500. The guy who just won. I said the winner. Yeah. Yeah. We already lost broadcast. I can get an interview after the fact.
America, land of the free. It's at the core of who we are. Freedom. The freedom to live without fear, to drive through all 50 states, to sleep safely in our own beds, the freedom to jog where we please, to watch birds in the park, to wear a hoodie, the freedom to breathe. Before we celebrate the freedom most Americans have, we must fight for the freedom all Americans deserve. Because no matter your religion, gender, disability, age, race, all lives can't matter until Black lives matter.
If I could go back and change it all, I would. I think I'm gonna miss you the most. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Maybe it's just the little moments. If I could go back and change it all, if I could go back, I would. But I can't.
I think it's just vapor with flavor.
It won't hurt my kid like cigarettes, right?
Vaping is safer than smoking, isn't it?
There's really not even that much nicotine in them, right?
My kid?
My kid knows it's dangerous.
Get your head out of the cloud. Today, nearly 8,000 kids will start vaping, maybe even yours. Learn about the dangers at talkaboutvaping.org.
The opinions expressed here are those of the students and do not necessarily reflect the positions of Tyler Junior College.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to our live stream of the Thunderdome. I am standing here with the winner, Jack Cagle. How are you doing today, Jack?
I'm doing good. I'm feeling good, actually. I didn't expect to win, so I'm a little nervous.
Well, I mean, your piece was impressive. I believe it swept a couple rounds, so it's not too surprising. My main question is, what brought you to the decision to try and double your money? Because you had the risk of having to destroy your piece in front of everybody.
Well, I mean, I was expecting it to get destroyed already, so I was like, I might as well try. I mean, it's money's money, and then if I get to keep it, then that's cool too, I knew before I went in that I wanted to do it, so.
Is there any meaning behind it? Because artists have different meanings. I was reiterating that on the broadcast that I see something, but the artist might see something else. What is the meaning behind your piece?
Well, I was really trying to go for it's a specific kind of art style that I wanted to do, and I really like to paint figures and people, and I just thought that please me. It's a good what's the word? A slogan for what we're doing here. I want to win, so please me. They want to be pleased. That was kind of the idea of it, anyway.
Is there anything else you would like to add, Jack?
No, just thank you so much.
You're welcome, and congratulations on the win.
Thank you.
We have another interview set up here, so let me just call them over. Ethan. Just give us 1 second, okay? Once again, I would like to thank you all for joining us here at the Thunderdome. It has been a great broadcast. Thank you so much.
We're going to stand right here next to Colton.
You see our person.
A bunch of fun questions.
Hey. Hi, Colton.
Hi. You seem to have lost your voice. I know you were the most energetic of the Annihilators we had. Can you tell me where that enthusiasm came from?
Yeah, it's a long line of youth group events, which you would not think that's how it all came to be, but it's true.
What was the favorite way that you guys destroyed a piece today for you?
Oh, for me personally, it had to be getting my fists in there. Yeah.
Destroying something by hand just gives you that sort of adrenaline rush, right?
It's like the joy of strangulation.
It's not how I would put it, but that's very interesting. Was there any piece that you thought should have won that you were kind of disappointed that didn't?
To be honest, I had no idea what any of the pieces looked like.
You were just going with the flow?
Blind rage, destroy.
That's the best thing about an Annihilator.
That's true.
Can we get your name for the audience?
Yeah, my name's Ian Martin. And I'm an Annihilator!
There we go. Okay.
Thank you.
We have another interview set up if you'd like.
All right, adios, amigos.
Thank you so much, Ian. Hello. What is your name? What is your name?
My name is Shannon Rooney.
It's nice to see you, Shannon. I know you were one of the Annihilators, but you were also showing off a piece a lot. It was the bracelet made of beads. It seemed like you had a personal connection. Is there anything there?
I made it.
And you destroyed it yourself.
No,
watched it get destroyed.
Watched it get destroyed. I did. I did find a piece that was intact, though.
What was the emotion going through when you watched your piece get destroyed, cut apart as the beads flew everywhere?
Catharsis, honestly. It's fun to put it together, but it's also disheartening and also a metric ton of fun to watch it get destroyed, especially as spectacularly as it was. Beads exploding, flying everywhere, slinkies getting cut to ribbons. It was spectacular, and yes, it was sad to see all the hard work go to waste, but it was worth it.
I know you were also the person who, towards the end of the show, was talking about how you've been here for a couple years now, and you were here for one of the previous Thunderdomes, but you know that this was one of the most energetic that you've seen. Would you like to elaborate on that?
This was the first time we've had a Thunderdome since the pandemic began. You know, it was a very confusing, very disheartening time. But, you know, we all managed to stick together and hold out. And then finally we got this great reward of coming back and having Thunderdome at long last.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Well, I'd like to thank you all for joining us today. The live stream has come to an end. We saw the winner of the Thunderdome, and hopefully we can see many more Thunderdomes here to come in the coming years at TJC. Don't forget to tune in to our Drumbeat broadcast coming up next Tuesday, and always pick up your newspapers from any Drumbeat stand. And for more news, go to thedrumbeat.com.
And is this what the doctor or is this with the nurse practitioner? Fantastic. Dad, lunch. Got some soup for you.
You are loved.
Oh, you. Look at those freckles.
This was very much.
You are valued. You are strong. You are resilient. You got this.
You're there for them. We're here for you. Find free care guides to support you and your loved one at aarp.org/caregiving.